Hi, I'm Sean Smith, and that makes this Sean Smith Photos, where I edit street photography and occasional travel photos in On1 Photo Raw. So it's the end of 2023, and this video is basically going to be a recap of what I've been up to this year photography-wise, and what's going on with the channel, and what I want to do with the channel going forward. So let's get to it. All right, so yeah, it's been a pretty busy year. Back in January of 2023, I switched camera systems. So I had previously had Micro Four Thirds. I had a Panasonic GX9, and before that, a Panasonic GX7. Prior to that, I had a Canon crop DSLR, and before that, I had a Canon film camera. Anyways, I switched from Micro Four Thirds to Fuji, and I love my Fuji camera. The manual controls, it's the rangefinder style, everything about it, I really, really love it. So that was early 2023. My first lens, I got a 23mm f2, and it was great to be shooting primes again. Really like that lens. Shortly after that, I picked up a Sigma 18-50, and it's good for everybody to have a standard zoom lens for when you're traveling, makes things a little bit easy. And I generally don't like kit lenses, especially with a sliding f-stop. So I use this lens quite a bit. The next lens I picked up was a Fuji 10-24 f4 lens. This is great. I love shooting ultra wides. The shot that you see on the screen here was shot this past week, the week before Christmas, sorry. Oh, wait, no, it was shot on Boxing Day. So the day after Christmas, if you're not Canadian and don't know what Boxing Day is. And this is shot at 10 mils wide, really foggy day, looking up downtown in the financial district. I love the 10-24. Another lens that I got was the 90mm f2. I picked this up secondhand, and it is rock solid. It's super sharp, great for portraits. I haven't used it that much, but really happy I got it. And the last lens I got, my wife picked it up for me for a wedding anniversary gift, and it's my first ever manual only lens. It's the TT Artisans 35mm f0.95. I love zone focusing. I love manual focusing. It is a really fun lens to use, and I will be picking up more manual focus lenses. On top of them generally being cheap and fun to use, it's great. You can see it here on the body of the XT5. It's just got this beautiful retro feel to it, and it really just suits the rangefinder style camera. Anyways, that's what I started off the year doing, is switching my camera system to Fuji. No regrets. I'm not going to switch again, despite having done this many times. It's a lot of work, and I'm just going to retire and die with Fuji. I don't want to keep spending lots of money replacing lenses and bodies and stuff. So the other thing that I thought would be really helpful for me after talking to my friend Paul was that I needed to cull my library. And this is something I really think that if you're not actively culling your shots when you import them in, it's something you should consider, because I found it really helpful. Now, I started the year off with over 86,000 shots in my catalog. And it took me about 10 months. I made a single pass of all of my folders, and as of today, I'm down to 39,000 shots. So I culled more than 40,000 shots, not including the 2,000 shots that I kept from this year as well. So the reason I really think culling is helpful is it gets rid of all kinds of duplicate shots, shots that you're not going to use, and it makes going through and picking your best shots or reviewing shots to include in something like a magazine or a zine or a book, and more on that later. I'm going to talk about that later in the video. It just makes it easier to find things and find things of quality. As I was culling, I'd go into a folder, and I have my catalog organized year, month, location occasionally, like if I go on a vacation trip or something like that. I'm not a professional photographer, so I don't shoot for clients or things like that. It's just, this is how it works for me. So I'd drop into a folder, and there'd be like 800 pictures. Approximately 50% or more of them would be duplicates. And it was ridiculous. I'd have like 20 shots of the same thing, and only 1 or 2 frames were worthy of keeping. The other ones were maybe slightly out of focus, or the facial expression was wrong, or whatever. So I went through and I culled and deleted all of those shots. What ended up is it's so much easier to find quality shots when I go through. I also took the opportunity as I was culling to keyword. So I think probably 90 to 95% of my shots are now keyworded. Before that, I had a lot of shots without keywording. So keywording really helps me to more easily narrow down shots. So for example, I'm in some photography Facebook groups, and they periodically will have a challenge. I'll show us your fog, your best pictures of fog, or your best pictures of people wearing hats, or store signs. And now I have keyworded everything. I can easily find those, and I can filter it by stars or whatever to get the truly best shots. So I really strongly encourage you, if you haven't culled your shots, go through, cull them. I'm probably going to make a second or a third pass in the future, but it was an epic undertaking. It took me 10 months to go through the first pass, so it will be a while before I go through and do a second or a third pass. What else did I get up to this year photography-wise? Well, I went on vacation in August to London, and London was my first time to be in Europe. I've traveled all over Asia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, Korea, Taiwan. I've been all over Asia. Awesome. But London was my first trip to Europe. I love London. It is a street photographer paradise. While there, I did a street photography workshop with Brian Lloyd Duckett. It took a whole day out of my week, and it was so worth it. If you have not done a photography workshop for your genre of photography, I highly recommend it. It really helped me level up my skills and how I think about things when I'm on the street and when I'm editing as well. All right, so next I dropped Instagram. I stopped using Instagram in October. I'm not sure about the exact date. You're probably wondering, why would I drop Instagram? Well, for a year, so from around September 2022 until the end of September, early October 2023, I would publish the exact same photos at the exact same time on both Instagram and Vero. Instagram, I got nothing. 1 or 2 likes, maybe 0 comments other than spam. On Vero, comments, likes, growth. So I got lots of followers and things like that. There's a lot of feedback. On Instagram, nothing, crickets. I don't know. It's the exact same content, so why is one platform better than the other? I don't know. If Instagram is working for you, great. If it isn't, hop onto Vero, check it out. I like the app way better than Instagram. I think it's got more features, it's got a better user interface, it has a desktop app that is really kick-ass. Just a overall better user experience. The only thing that I miss from Instagram is the ability, you could log in, I forget what the website was, and you could schedule posts. There's no way to schedule posts in Vero, but Vero also doesn't restrict the ratio of your photos. So you can put up custom ratios. You don't have to use the 3 or 4 limited options that Instagram provides. Additionally, if you're doing a carousel in Instagram, you can only put photos up that have the exact same aspect ratio. Not so in Vero. Mixed ratios are possible. Anyways, I like Vero. Check out my my profile and let me know what you think. Follow me. I'll follow you back. Additionally, throughout the year, I spent some time going through my website and I deleted a whole ton of posts. I had posts going back to 2011, but on reviewing them, my standards have increased a lot, and I took that opportunity to remove photos that no longer met my current standards of what I want to share. And so I've culled all of my shots from before August 2022, so the website's a lot more narrow. I'm just going to pull this onto screen here and share with you. Whoops. So here's my website. And this is my most recent post. And so I've got home, all photos, archives, videos, and featured. And so if we go to all photos, we can see here it's got pagination, and this is where you can filter. So if I open up the filters, I can choose whether I want it to be color shots, there's a photo set, whatever, you know. I can also say, oh, minimalist shots, and it'll automatically refresh and show what I consider to be minimalist shots. So that's kind of fun. Archives is all of my photos organized by month. It's not a calendar. Notice it goes 6 days across. Kind of looks like a calendar. And then videos, this links to pulls up all the YouTube videos. We take a second, and the thumbnail should fill in the space here. I'm not sure why my internet is slow. There we go. And we can see all my videos. There's a lot of pages. And featured brings you back to the all photos page, but it's pre-filtered to show photos that have been featured on various photo hubs, whether it's Vero, Instagram, or Facebook. These are peer selected photos. So it's like people decided that, hey, we really like this shot. It's not me saying it's a great shot. It's other photographers. Anyways, this is my website. I am a web developer by trade. So that's what my day job is. I make websites. I'm not a web designer. So if you think the design is off, feel free to drop some hints or suggestions in the comments below. I code. This design is by me. I am not a designer by trade. I do think I have some design sense, but you know, I make mistakes. Let me know what you think. All right, so that's my website. Wow, talking about a lot of stuff here, huh? So let's talk about the best photos. All right, so I'm gonna open up the catalog here and hit the tab key, and I'm gonna go down to an album, best of 2023. And here's the shots that I consider my best of the year. And let's select them all, and we'll use On1 Photo Raw for a slideshow. Windows, quick slideshow, and I've set this to manual. You can have go automatic, but I want to talk about each shot briefly. I'm going to start the slideshow. All right, so this is one of my favorite locations to shoot here in Toronto, is the Toronto sign at Nathan Phillips Square, which is right by Toronto City Hall. And this is probably my all-time favorite shot of this, because I got this beautiful reflection, and a duck. I don't know, something about the duck just really enhances this shot in my opinion. So next one. I can't remember exactly when this was. I think it was late spring, and I was waiting outside the Eaton Center for a friend that I normally go photo walking with. That would probably be Paul. And I popped into the Eaton Center briefly and took a shot of the escalators. And I don't know, there's just something Escher-esque that I like about this. I know it's not Escher where everything's all connected, but you know, we got different we've got different staircases and things like that. I really like this shot. Next, I was at the CNE, which is a local fair that comes through Toronto every year for the last 2 weeks in August. And there was this woman dressed up like a 50s or 40s glamour model in front of her cell phone. And I don't know, I took 10 or 12 shots of her. This was the best shot. She was just sitting there in front of her phone, recording herself. I don't know, she must be some sort of YouTube or Instagram or TikTok person. Anyways, such a great opportunity. One of my favorite shots. This was shot recently on a night photo walk, and I was walking through a new area of town, and there was this tattoo parlor, and it was all lit up. We got the ring light, everything's dark around it, and the woman is doing this tattoo on this man's chest. Really, really like this shot. I think it has a lot of mood, and we've got these sparkles and stuff. I don't know what these sparkles are or where they came from, but I think they add this unique, mysterious presence to the shot. Let me know what you think about the sparkles. Is it something that maybe I should have tried to remove in post, or what? Anyways, I love this shot. This is probably my second or third favorite shot of the year. And here's a shot. I often go out for nighttime cityscape shots. I don't share them a lot, but this is one of my favorite ones that I've gotten. This was, as you can see, we've got the CN Tower, another shot of Toronto. This one taken from Polson Pier, long exposure, so we smoothed out the water. We've got beautiful blue hour there, and nice little starburst, sun stars on some of the lights. So yeah, I really like this. I'm probably going to get this printed up large eventually. This is from March, I think. Might be late February or early March. This is also Nathan Phillips Square, where we saw the reflection with the duck in the first shot. Well, it's turned into an ice rink in the winter. And here we go, mom's feeding the kid. I don't know, it's just a wonderful family moment and one of my favorite shots. Another shot, this is along the harbor front here, Lake Ontario, facing the CN Tower, and this dog just looking at me. Something about dogs. Whenever I go out for a photo walk, if I see a dog, I take a picture. I love dogs. Fortunately, I have allergies and I cannot own a dog. I would just die from nonstop sneezing. Love dogs, can't have one. This is another popular area for local street photographers in Toronto. This is Kensington Market, and here I am. I love the dichotomy here. We've got two couples with two very different experiences going on. We've got the couple on the left just sitting there eating, and then we've got the couple on the right, and they're kissing in public, and it looks like a big passionate kiss. Just a really beautiful moment. One of my best shots, in my opinion. This shot, I call this shot, and I don't title many shots, this might be the only shot I've titled, Pride and Prejudice. This was shot at Toronto Pride, which is one of the largest Pride events in North America. We've got protesters and Pride people here arguing, fighting, loudspeakers. You've got religious representation, the super in your face type evangelists. To me, it feels like it's got this Renaissance painting vibe or composition to it, because we got the two people leaning in from each side, yelling at each other. It kind of feels like that the painting of Jesus and the disciples. I'm not saying it's that good, but that's just the feeling that I get about it. Anyways, this is the only 5-star photo I have in my entire 39,000 photo catalog. The only 5-star. I like to be really strict about what I give. So I have lots of 1-stars, quite a few 2-stars, but really, really restrict the 4 and 5 stars. It truly has to be the best of the best of the best. This was also shot at Pride. I'm across the street here. So the parade is going through, and right across the street, this really cute woman and the man with the parasol. I don't know something about it. She saw me. She kept smiling and waving. So, I mean, she was basically giving me permission or asking me to take the shot. I really like this one. This is shot along the 404 highway. This is about a 7-minute drive from my house, facing west. So there's 16 lanes of traffic in each direction, and I was slightly off center. I didn't go all the way to the center. If I was center on the bridge, this light post would have been in the middle of the frame. Probably sometime this year I'm going to go do another one, and I'll be a little bit more center or more onto the north side, so I get more of the red headlights. Try a little bit of a different composition this time. This was also shot sometime in the fall. Dogs, legs, I don't know. I just like it. It's cute. And we're back to the end of the catalog. So yeah, those are some of my favorite shots. Which one is your favorite? What did you like of my best shots for the year? And let's go back to this. So yeah, I could include this, but I was looking more for street photography style shots. Anyways, that's my best photos. Now, one thing I decided to do late in the year is I wanted to print up a number of shots. But, you know, printing, you only have so much wall space. So what I did is I put together a small zine, 20 pages, and I sent it off to the printer yesterday. And I'm looking forward to getting about 20 or 25 copies early next month. Have you printed any of your photos? Have you printed a zine? So assuming it comes back and I like it, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it in a video coming up early next year, and maybe show it to you. But this first zine is mostly for me to share with friends and family. I might have a few copies left. Maybe I'll sell them. Maybe I'll just give them away to random people. Let me know. I'm really curious. Have you done it? I did not use Blurb. I'll tell you what I used when I make that video. All right. So let's talk about this channel. I really, really want to thank everybody who has supported the channel since I started it in fall 2022. You guys have been great. Comments on almost every video, lots of likes, lots of feedback. You guys are the best. I intend to keep going. I know I had a 5-month gap where I didn't make videos. I had some personal stuff going on, kind of lost my mojo. I'm back making videos. It's a lot of work, but I like it. And what I would love to know is, what kind of videos are you looking for? What would you like me to make? You know, full edit shots, micro tutorials, like hot tips. I started doing that. I got some good feedback on that. Are you looking for information about specific features, anything like that? I I'm also considering doing a live stream. Now, Chris from Freewheel Photos, I talked to him a couple of times. We even had a long video chat, and he encouraged me to try out doing a live stream. So I'm really seriously considering getting a live stream on, but I haven't made a final decision. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Would you like me to do a live stream? Is there something you would like to see in a live stream? I want to do what viewers of my channel want to see. Okay. So finally, what kinds of videos do you want? Okay, I did hit on that. So far, I focus 100% on On1 Photo Raw, and I love On1, despite what some people might think, because I was very critical this year with the 2024 release and the UX changes. But honestly, I've been using On1 since 2017. I love it. I am not planning on leaving it. However, I am open to the idea of checking out other software and how it may or may not work in conjunction with On1. Is this something that you guys would be interested in seeing? If so, what type of software would you like me to do? Would it be like full-on editors, like Capture One, DxO, or something that's more effects oriented? I'm not sure. Just let me know. I want to serve you best. And finally, I want to say thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. And I'm looking forward to putting out more videos in 2024. Have a happy new year, everyone.